Hello out there, everybody. Welcome back to A Show Divided. It's your boy, Willie Epteen Jr., and my esteemed and beautiful co-host, Tisha C. What's happening, Tisha?
Hello, hello. It's good to be back.
I know it's been forever. How you doing?
Lovely. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing okay, and we're gonna get to that here in just a second, I'm sure. We got a lot to talk about because it's been 4 weeks since we've done a show.
Yeah.
Me and Patrice were out of the country for a week and a half, and then something happened on the way to doing the next show. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Hope everybody out there had a Thanksgiving holiday. We are firmly entrenched into the holiday season as now we are steamrolling towards Christmas. So you know what that means. We are in the final quarter of the NFL season. The hashtag Chiefs Kingdom has won yet another AFC championship, AFC West championship. That will be number 7 in a row. They've only been lucky for the last 7 years, I guess. And the Raiders are still hanging on by a thread. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. So we're going to get to all that here in just a second. Before we do that, though, you already know what we got to do. You already know what it is. So come on, let's go get it.
Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds.
Yeah, I know what it is. You little suckers get to talking, crabbing out walking, strapped to the pong, getting jaws and smacking, they sleep with the coffins. And they getting greedy like saying, give me all.
Yeah, there it is. That favorite music of mine that I actually engineered and put together myself. That lets you know that we are back. Thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook, as well as LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Twitter. Tisha,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me, sis. What's going on?
I'm just glad to be back. Kind of think I forgot how to do it, so I might be rusty too. We'll have to just figure it out.
Don't you got a motorcycle?
I do.
Did you ever forget how to ride a motorcycle?
You don't.
Okay, so we're
Let's
gonna
go.
we're gonna treat this episode of A Show Divided like your Harley. All right.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna treat this like your Harley, and you're not gonna forget. We're gonna dive right in just a second. We're gonna get to some NFL football here in just a minute. We're gonna get to the Chiefs. I hate them. We're gonna get to the Raiders. I actually, Tisha, I need to tell you something about the Raiders. I am no longer I'm still a Raider fan, but I'm now pulling for the Dolphins. I don't know if we ever got to that or not.
We did.
We did. Okay, so I'm not gonna go back on that. But let's start the show off with some real life stuff. Because as I stated in the intro, my wife and I went to Antalya, Turkey, and we were there for 10 days. We come back, the day that we come back, which was a Thursday, I catch the Rona. And I was more upset at the fact that it finally caught me after 3 years than actually having it. Thankfully for me, with my underlying conditions to include diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, I knew that was going to be a factor at some point. So I decided to go ahead and get the vaccine as well as the boosters. I do believe that it played a tremendous part in me still being here, because COVID is unlike anything I've ever felt before. Now, as a person that's dealt with headaches on a variety of different types, a COVID headache is not anything I've ever had before in my life. The highest my fever got to was 103.5. I think that was like on the second or third day. And my energy level was never the same. And diabetes, Tisha, actually complicates that.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever there's an infection in your system, your blood sugars are automatically going to go up. And when your blood sugar goes up, that means your blood flow slows down. And when your blood flow slows down, you can't generate or maintain any energy. And that on top of COVID just made it for me really impossible to do anything.
Yeah, I bet it did.
So that was my first time having it. You and I had been in communication. I thank you for your prayers, by the way. You
Every
and I have
day.
been in communication while I was down, and you talked about your bouts with it. Anything that you can share about your bouts with that stupid infection?
Yeah, it's been life changing for me. I mean, I've had it multiple times. I also got the vaccine and the booster. So it was each time was just a different experience. I had it really, really bad. Kind of seems like a little bit, similar to what you went through. And then I've had it when I didn't even realize I had it. So it's just crazy. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but it's terrible.
Yeah, and one thing that I actually was able to actually touch on is that, and I talked about this on the hashtag Brothers of Baseball show that will be airing on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 12s and 6s, 1s and 7s, all week around the clock on the BGC Sports Network. I talked about this in terms of the CDC, and which is of course the Center for Disease Control, the WHO, the World Health Organization, anybody working in the medical field. I have so much respect for them, but at the same time, they don't know. They do not know. The CDC guidelines are in terms of isolation that if you're not experiencing any fever for 24 hours without any medication, then you're free to go around people. That's not true, because I experienced a fever the day I went to the doctor, and I hadn't taken any medication. That was the first fever I had in 3 days. So I don't know how accurate that is, but it's nothing to play with, because the bottom line is this: if you are not feeling well, stay your ass at home. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
Period.
completely agree.
So yeah, we're back. We're gonna fight and fuss and argue like brothers and sisters do. This is a show divided. It is being brought to you by, of course, the Shakeback Media Group. A lot of exciting things going down. I mean, even though I've been sick and bedridden, I still have not. My mind is still always on business. So let's get into this. I want to play something real quick, Tisha, because there was an ending in the Las Vegas Raiders New England Patriots game this past Sunday in Vegas. Now, let me preface this by saying this. There's not many teams in sports as a whole that I hate more than New England Patriots. You have the Patriots, Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Yankees. They're all up there. So I actually hold a 20+ year grudge against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots for that stupid tuck rule game in the snow in Foxborough all those years ago when Charles Woodson. Okay, so what I'm saying is this.
I think we can agree on the Patriots thing.
Yes.
We're not fans.
So what I'm saying is this, Tisha, and everybody out there watching, is that this is one of the most unbelievable things I have ever seen, not just in sports, but in life, period. What am I talking about, you ask? It is this.
Doc Hollins out on defense. He's all the way back. Stevenson.
Is anyone going to
tackle out to 30, flips it back. Stanford band nowhere in sight. Uh-oh. It's picked off. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. Incredible. Chandler Jones takes it in and wins the game for the Raiders.
Yeah. That, look, like Biggie Smalls once said, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, but it wasn't a dream, but it turned out to be a nightmare for the Patriots.
Hey.
Did you see that live, or did you?
Yes. And even I was shocked. I was like, mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
I was proud for just a moment.
Well, I have never. I don't know what to say. I didn't see it live because for whatever reason, my streaming services were not working that day. I had to listen to it, and then I went back and saw it, the highlights of it on one of these apps that I have. But that is the most bizarre thing that I have ever seen in my life.
That's pretty bizarre. Yeah, that's up there.
And a lot of people are saying that it is the dumbest football play that they've ever seen. How about the dumbest thing, period?
I mean, you got the W.
Excuse me.
All that matters sometimes.
Well, let me, and you said off air that someone was looking forward to seeing how I was going to react to that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are we ready?
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm grateful that the Raiders got the win. I'm grateful that they keep their slim playoff hopes alive. There's a lot of things that have to happen in order for the Raiders to make the playoffs. And it all starts by winning the games that are in front of you, which they did this one. They need some help. And I think one of those other two things have already happened, or one of those other three things has happened, because one of them dealt with the Patriots losing, and we just beat the Patriots. So, but here's my dilemma about the narcotic, the drug, the amphetamine, and however you say that stupid word, the barbiturate that is the Oakland / Los Angeles / Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, the win was cool, but you blew yet another double-digit lead. You blew another double-digit lead in the second half. You actually gave up the lead and had to score a controversial touchdown from Derek Carr to Mac Hollins, or who was it, Keelan Cole, in the corner of the corner of the end zone. That actually was an incomplete pass because his foot was on the line. And then you have this happen. Raider fans, this is nothing to celebrate other than the fact that we're celebrating the stupidity of our opponent. That's it. Because to go out there and blow yet another lead in the second half is completely and totally unacceptable.
That kind of seemed to be the theme last week. I mean, pretty much everybody. Our game wasn't pretty either. You kidding me?
Yeah, but y'all are the Chiefs. That y'all are the Chiefs.
What does that mean?
I mean, there's no shade. What I mean is that when something like that happens to the Chiefs, we're surprised. When something like that happens to the Raiders, we're like, here we go again. I can't believe this is happening. My man Rob, what were the Pats thinking about that lateral? Is that worse than the Colts blowing a 33-0 lead against the Vikings? Well, this is the show divided, and Tisha is the star. If she wants to talk about the Colts and the Vikings, we can do that. She has to give me permission to do so.
Go for it.
But this is a show divided, and this is geared to the Raiders and the Chiefs. I'm not happy. I would us have rather lost that game so we can position ourselves for a better draft pick. Yes,
long hauling it. All right.
Excuse me. So
Yeesh.
if whoever you said wanted to hear my reaction to it, I mean, that's pretty much it. You still you won the game not because you didn't deserve to win that. Well, this is the thing with the Raiders. The Raiders record right now is 6-8. There's only been 2 games the entire year where the Raiders were just completely not in the game, which means that is our record should be, instead of being 6-8, our record really should be like 10-4. Yes, and one of those victories should have been as the result of me wearing this damn hat. And you know it, and I know it, and they know it.
It's a very nice hat, by the way. Very beautiful.
I got 3 weeks left. Well, I guess we're going to be doing shows throughout. Well, you know what? Let me say this, Tisha. We have somebody that is a 49er fan. Her name is Gina. Gina repping the Bay. I don't know if she's watching. I don't know if she'll be listening. But I am going to be on her show the week that the Raiders play the 49ers. And that same week, she's coming on here because
Awesome.
we will completely and truly be a show divided because I hate the 49ers. I hate the Chiefs. The Chiefs destroyed the 49ers earlier in the year. We beat the Chiefs, but just lost on the scoreboard. The 49ers have their third string quarterback playing back there looking like Joe Montana. So it's going to be a fun. So
I agree.
before we get there, Kansas City Chiefs, they go down to not Minute Maid Park. That's the freaking that's where the Astros play. They go down to Reliance Stadium or whatever the heck, NRG Stadium, down there in Houston off the 610 loop. They get taken to overtime by a very scrappy Houston Texans team who played their hearts out against a lot of a lot of different teams this year, to include the Dallas Cowboys a week ago. They take the Chiefs to overtime. The Chiefs force a fumble from the quarterback, Davis Mills. They pick it up, and then on the next play, what's the dude's name? McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon runs the ball in for the winning touchdown.
That was pretty.
And the Chiefs. So then the Chiefs are now your lucky, but 7 straight consecutive AFC West championships.
Oh, gosh.
Goal accomplished?
Oh, 100%. Was I worried? No.
You weren't?
No. At that game? Yes. Oh my gosh. That game drove me crazy. I didn't even watch it. I was just getting like play-by-plays and literally still almost had a heart attack. I'm like, why are we going to overtime? Seriously? So yeah, I kind of did like you did. I had to watch the replay, but that's Chiefs magic right there.
Yeah. But see, like I said a minute ago, when you see the Chiefs do that, it's like, wait, what? But look because the Chiefs have been really rolling on all cylinders for the most part of the year. They lost to the Colts, who are absolutely
some doozies, yeah,
who are absolutely ridiculous. But again, the Colts, who have a coach that have never coached on the NFL level, beat us.
Yeah.
And then you guys lost to the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, go ahead.
And then your third loss is to who?
You know what? Honestly, I don't think I can remember. Are you kidding me? We're going here.
No. I'm setting up something here because I'm really, as much as I hate you and those things, I'm setting.
I've seen enough memes. I get it.
But what I'm saying is that I'm setting up something here because I'm really trying to give the Chiefs some props. As it stands, I don't know who else they have left on the schedule. I know they have the Raiders in week 18. I don't know who.
Seahawks, I think, is next week.
Seahawks, and they've already beaten the Cardinals. They've already beaten. Did they lose to the Rams?
No.
No.
I don't know. Maybe. I know Joe got us.
That's it.
Josh got us.
That's it right there. Josh, Joe, and
I don't know what the
Matt
other
Ryan.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So the Chiefs are in prime position to clinch a number 1 seed all throughout the AFC playoffs. Well, I shouldn't say they're in prime position because they have the Bills in front of them, who they've already lost to, and then they have the Bengals behind them, who they've already lost to. So the Chiefs definitely will be having something to play for, in my opinion, in Week 18 against the Raiders. And the Raiders will definitely have something to play for if things go the way that they're going right now. God, I hope they do not get to that point and then snatch the rug. You know that part of Charlie, the Peanuts where Charlie Brown tries to get the ball and then Lucy takes the ball away?
Yes.
That's the Raiders.
Until it's not.
No, that's the Raiders.
No, until it's not.
Lucy is the Raiders.
Literally, I absolutely, as hard as it is to play against the Bengals, to play against Buffalo, as hard as that is, you know what, we've lost. I still get nervous playing against you guys because you'll pull one out of nowhere when you think it can't happen. It's happened before. Have
you seen what's been going on? Look, the only type of confidence that I would have in something like that is if the Chiefs go up 24-7 and then we have to come back. Because if we get a lead, I'm going to turn the TV off.
Yeah, I can see that. That's what we do.
No, this is what the Raiders do.
Well, that too.
It's a combination.
Trying to be nice here.
Why? We've been doing this show now. What is this? We've been doing this show, Tisha, for 3 months. Over 3 months. Are
It's
you
been
seriously talking about being nice?
maybe just like passive aggressive?
I think that is the nail on the head right there.
If anything, I'm honest.
Yeah, that is the nail on the head. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if he's the leader in the MVP conversation at this point. I think that now goes to Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but if he's injured,
yeah, Jalen Hurts is going to be out for the next 2 games more than likely.
did they say 2? I heard 2. I heard 3. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it's
I
going to
hate that. That's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, and they got the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, in right here in the Chicken Fried Nation. So, we'll see how that plays out. But if
That
it's
is
not,
a game I would love to go to.
yeah, well, it's going to be nauseating because those fans are ridiculous. But so Patrick Mahomes may be able to get back into that race, but Joe Burrow, I think, is steadily climbing the ladder in terms of that. If you ask me who was to win it right now with the knowledge that Jalen Hurts is going to be out for the next couple games, I'm going to go Mahomes first, Burrow second, and then Hurts third. And
No Allen in there?
Huh?
No Josh Allen in there?
Josh Allen would probably be fourth.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
Yeah, because
Your assessment.
I don't really particularly like. I mean, I hate them, but I'm going to give them props whenever they're due.
Yeah, they play great football.
Yep. So, who do the Chiefs have next on the menu?
I think the Seahawks, I'm pretty sure.
That game is in Seattle?
Let me look.
Yes, let's look. And while you look, I will continue to talk about the job that Andy Reid and Bieniemy and Spagnola have they've done.
Veach, all of them.
Yeah,
Trust the process.
And the defense has played a lot better than probably most of us thought that they would. I thought that they would miss the Honey Badger, but they've just gone right on without him. I think for them though, outside of Chris Ford, is it Chris Ford? No, Chris Jones.
That's 95. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, Chris Jones. Outside of him, they don't really have much of a pass rush. I think teams can run the ball on them. The Raiders did, the Colts did, the Bills did, even though that was mostly with Josh. But they have done a phenomenal job, and I think Andy Reid should get some consideration for Coach of the Year.
Oh, I completely agree. And it's a home game.
It's a home game against Seattle.
Seahawks, yeah, at Chiefs. So there's that. You always have that on your side at GEHA or Arrowhead. It's an experience, man.
I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine. So that's a huge game. The Raiders are in Pittsburgh.
How do you feel about that?
On Christmas Eve. It's going to be the 45-year reunion or anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. Back to the scene of the crime where the officials for the NFL first started screwing the Raiders out of different games because that was not a catch. I don't care what anybody says, that ball hit the ground. But
I missed that one. I guess I need to jot that down. Instant
replay was not enforced back then, so they barely had color TV back then. You weren't even alive yet when that happened.
Probably was not.
No, you weren't. You weren't alive when that happened. I was, and I remember that game, but that's neither here nor there.
Let's don't age ourselves.
So, how do I feel about that game? It's the Raiders, and it's 2022. You just never. The Raiders are like a bowl of. It's like a box of chocolates, man. Like Forrest Gump said, you just never know what you're gonna get.
That's a good one.
But what you can understand is that the Raiders, when they get out to a lead, you better be like taking your anxiety pills or a drink or smoking weed or whatever it is you do to calm yourself down, because that is what that's gonna be.
I think we play better from we're a comeback team all the way. You have to be.
In Seattle, they've fallen off the map a little bit here lately. I think a lot of their woes have been because of the fact that Geno Smith has shown us who he is. He was performing very, very well throughout the season. The Raiders, oh, by the way, went to Seattle and beat them in overtime on an 86-yard Josh Jacobs touchdown run. And then you go to the Rams on Thursday night. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So how are we feeling about this game for your Kansas City Chiefs?
Always excited. I think it's going to go okay. I thought that last week too, and it was a nail biter. So, I've said this before. I guess I have a thing for heart attack football, and that is exactly what the Chiefs do. They are heart attack football. But the cool thing is we win and you guys don't.
Yeah, this is very true.
Not always, but you have to lose in football. You have to. It makes you better next week. Gives you something to play for.
Does it?
You just can't keep losing. Well, no, you got to lose and then win. I mean, it humbles you.
Okay.
You guys should try it.
Go Fins. Go Dolphins. How about that?
I'm a Tua fan. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can support that.
Yeah. I actually I'm actually okay with being a a closet Fins fan, if you will. So that's what that is. All right. So we're gonna get out of here in about 4 minutes. I mean, I'm telling you, it's 30-minute show, 30 to 45-minute show. They go so fast. So my man Rob was asking about the Colts and the Vikings. Any thoughts, Tisha, since you're the star of the show?
I'm not okay. I wish the Colts would have won that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Honestly, no. I have no words. That was insane. Fight that hard. I guess you deserve to win, right?
Yeah. I mean those two things that we saw this weekend. I've never seen either one of those. I mean, the coach thing is never happened. I think the other largest deficit was 32 points. It was 35-3. The Houston Oilers against the Buffalo Bills at the in the AFC the AFC, I want to say championship game. Yeah, it was, because the Oilers had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and they always get stopped by the Steelers. But this time it was the Buffalo Bills, and that was the Buffalo Bills team that went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them. So it's crazy. All right, let's go. What we got? Anything else?
I don't know. No, I'm just glad to be back.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I do need to say this. This is Coach Willie talking here. I feel like I need to say this. People, brothers and sisters, men and women, cousins, chickens, amphibians, goats, dogs, cats.
Better not forget cats. Good job.
Tigers, lions, bears, water buffalo, anything out there that has breath. Make sure that you are taking breaths that are quality. COVID showed me some things, ladies and gentlemen. It is real. It kills you. It may not kill you dead physically, but it kills your spirit. It kills you. It kills your ability and desire to do different things that you love.
Absolutely.
And when you come back from it, just because you may test negative, it doesn't end there. The symptoms that I have are still here, and I have to pace myself. And I know Tisha has to do the same.
Every day. Yep.
And we have underlying conditions on top of that. So our thing is this: take care of yourselves, take care of your families, be safe. Tisha, you have the final word.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
No, honestly, I appreciate you being open and talking about that. It's something I think needs to be talked about more. It doesn't get enough recognition, but I am glad you're better. You know what you've gone through, but
your prayers have been felt and very much appreciated. So, with that being said, we're gonna get up out of here. For Tisha C, for Willie Epteen Jr. This has been a show divided. Shake Back Media Group. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all love each other. Y'all hug each other. Merry Christmas to one and all.
Merry Christmas, absolutely.
And we will holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.